Welcome back to the channel. Let's just cut right to the chase, you guys. We need to talk about Lexie Carver. Our beloved Lexie is about to do something so incredibly shocking, so unbelievably brave, that it is going to completely rewrite the DiMera family dynamic for years to come. Are you ready for this? The latest spoilers are strongly pointing to Lexie being the mastermind behind Kristen DiMera's impending kidnapping. Yes, you heard me right. Lexie is going to snatch Kristen off the streets, but not to hurt her. She is doing it to save her from the absolute lethal wrath of their brother, E.J. DiMera. I mean, my jaw literally hit the floor when I put these puzzle pieces together. Can you believe it? Lexie, the moral compass of the DiMera family, orchestrating a kidnapping. It is brilliant, it is tragic, and we need to dissect every single angle of this upcoming masterpiece. But to understand why Lexie is taking such a massive, illegal risk, we have to rewind and look at the absolute bloodbath that has been brewing between EJ and Kristen. A lot of fans think this sibling rivalry is just the usual DiMera corporate squabbling, but I actually think this is the darkest we have seen them in over a decade. A few weeks ago, Kristen crossed a line that you simply do not cross. She teamed up with the now presumed dead Sophia Choi to eliminate Johnny DiMera. Why? Pure, unadulterated revenge. EJ had Kristen's mother kidnapped and threw Kristen's daughter, Rachel, into Bayview. In Kristen's twisted psychopathic mind, the only way to balance the scales was to take out EJ's golden boy, Johnny. It is so sick, but also so classic Kristen. She operates on a blood for blood mentality that would make Stefano incredibly proud. And let's talk about Sophia's role in all of this, because that girl was a walking disaster. Sophia didn't just agree to murder Johnny for fun. She had her own deranged agenda. She wanted to violently separate Johnny from his adopted baby with his wife, Chanel Dupree. Sophia's price for doing Kristen's dirty work was a brand new life somewhere far away from Salem, completely funded by Kristen. So, what does this teenage nightmare do? She literally sets fire to Johnny's apartment. That's crazy. Thankfully, the arson attempt failed, and Johnny survived the blaze. But the sheer audacity of this plot is staggering. I honestly hate that Kristen resorted to using a teenager as an assassin, but it perfectly highlights how far gone she is. Kristen has zero boundaries anymore, and her reckless actions have finally triggered a beast she cannot control, E.J. DiMera. You see, E.J. is a lot of things. He is arrogant, he is manipulative, and he is deeply flawed. But he is not stupid. The man is a shark. It didn't take long for him to connect the dots regarding the attempt on his son's life. When Johnny casually mentioned that Sophia knew about a specific trip to the aquarium, the alarm bells went off in EJ's head. He confronted Kristen, and we all saw that incredibly tense showdown before Chad interrupted them. But here is the kicker. EJ isn't just going to slap Kristen on the wrist this time. Oh no. The spoilers reveal that EJ is planning to permanently eliminate his sister. He wants her dead. He wants to wipe her off the map and leave poor Rachel motherless. EJ has fully embraced his inner Stefano, and he is out for blood. Now, this is where our tragic hero, Lexie Carver, enters the chat. We know from recent episodes that Lexie recently collapsed on the floor of the DiMera mansion. It was a terrifying moment, but right before she lost consciousness, she overheard something chilling. She heard EJ muttering about his master plan to dispose of Kristen once and for all. Imagine being Lexie in that moment. Your brain is failing, your body is shutting down, and the last thing you hear is your brother plotting to murder your sister. It is straight out of a Shakespearean tragedy. Lexie has spent her entire life trying to run away from the DiMera darkness, trying to be a good wife to Abe and a good mother to Theo. And now, on her literal deathbed, she is violently yanked right back into the family's toxic web. Let's be real for a second about Lexie's medical situation, because it is absolutely heartbreaking. Dr. Wilhelm Rolf's Super Serum 2 is a complete and utter failure. Lexie knows she is dying. The fatal brain tumor symptoms are back, and there is no magical cure this time. But what makes this so much worse is the psychological torture EJ has inflicted on her. Lexie has figured out the horrifying truth. EJ didn't bring her back to life because he missed his sister. He didn't do it out of love. He rushed Dr. Rolf's unproven, dangerous serum simply because he wanted to weaponize Lexie against Paulina Price. He wanted to destroy Abe and Paulina's marriage for his own sick amusement. Lexie is furious. I would be too. EJ played God with her life, dragging her out of the grave just to use her as a pawn. It is sickening. So, what does a dying, furious, morally upright DiMera do when she has nothing left to lose? She takes matters into her own hands. Lexie cannot go to the police. If she exposes EJ, he will just unleash his army of lawyers, or worse, accelerate his plan to kill Kristen before the cops can even intervene. Plus, EJ has made massive threats that Lexie simply cannot ignore. So Lexie decides that the only way to save Kristen from EJ's wrath is to kidnap her first. It is the ultimate selfless act. Lexie is going to orchestrate a fake kidnapping, stashing Kristen somewhere safe where EJ cannot find her. She is doing this to save Kristen's life, yes, but more importantly, she is doing it for Rachel. Lexie refuses to let another child grow up without a mother because of DiMera violence. If we look back at the show's history, this move makes perfect poetic sense. Think about Lexie's journey 5, 10, even 15 years ago. She was always the one caught in the middle. Remember when she was held captive in the DiMera tunnels? Remember how hard she fought to prove she wasn't like Stefano, even when Andre's toxic gas caused her original fatal illness? Stefano used to pit EJ, Kristen, Chad, and Lexie against each other like dogs fighting over a bone. He thrived on their sibling rivalry. By stepping in and saving Kristen, Lexie is actively breaking Stefano's cycle of abuse. She is saying no more. Even though Kristen is a monster who probably deserves to be locked up, Lexie's pure heart cannot allow her brother to become a fratricide. It is such a beautiful, full circle moment for her character. But how on earth is a terminally ill woman going to pull off a high-stakes kidnapping? That is the million-dollar question. Lexie is weak, she is fainting, and she doesn't have much time left. This tells me she has to be hiring someone to do the heavy lifting. Could it be Xander? We know Kristen was just trying to hire Xander for a hit, so maybe Lexie outbids her and flips Xander to be the kidnapper instead. Or maybe Lexie uses some of Abe's old police connections off the books. Whoever she uses, this has to be a flawless execution. If EJ catches wind of what Lexie is doing, he might completely lose his mind. The stakes have literally never been higher. I think this move is going to cement Lexie's legacy as the true protector of Salem, even if she has to break the law to do it. And you won't believe what happens next if this fan theory fully plays out. Imagine EJ's reaction when he realizes his sister outsmarted him from her deathbed. He is going to tear Salem apart looking for Kristen, completely unaware that Lexie hid her. And what about Kristen? Will being saved by the sister she always overlooked finally force Kristen to look in the mirror? I doubt Kristen will suddenly become a saint, but this massive act of grace might actually crack her icy heart. Sadly, I don't think Lexie is going to live long enough to see the fallout. The spoilers indicate her time is running out fast. This kidnapping is going to be her final, magnificent swan song. She will die knowing she saved a life, thwarted EJ's evil plan, and protected her family one last time. I am just so invested in this storyline, you guys. It perfectly balances the high-stakes crime drama we love with the deep, emotional family history that makes Days of Our Lives so iconic. Lexie Carver is going out like an absolute boss, taking control of her own narrative and refusing to be a victim of EJ's God complex. I am going to be watching these episodes with a box of tissues because saying goodbye to Lexie again is going to destroy me, but watching her outplay EJ is going to be incredibly satisfying. What do you guys think? Do you think Lexie has the strength to pull this off? Will EJ figure it out before it's too late? Drop your wildest theories in the comments below because I need to talk about this. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you all in the next update. Stay safe out there, Salem fans.